Avatari Desh devotees. And some more Yatras devotees also joining. So, first of all, we'd like to thank you so much for accepting within this short notice and giving your valuable time for us, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Please accept our humble obeisance on behalf of the both congregation from here. And also, I would like to give the introduction of the Prabhuji for the purification of ourselves and also for the information of all the devotees. Hare Krishna. So Sumithra Krishnadas Prabhuji is the temple president of ISKCON Chennai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Temple Center for Spiritual Art and Culture. Prabhuji is a student of mathematics and he joined ISKCON at the age of 21 in 1985. Prabhuji has traveled all over South India spreading the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Harinam Sankirtana in cities, towns and villages as part of the traveling Sankirtana team. In 1992, Prabhuji was given administrative services and finally appointed as the president in 2004. Under his active leadership, the Georgia's Sri Sri Radha Krishna Temple was built and opened on April 26, 2012. Besides the administrative services, Sumithra Krishnadas Prabhu is expert in performing Hare Krishna Kirtana with the Mridanga. His Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam discourses are appreciated for their simplicity and good humor. He keeps up to date with the latest technology and uses them expertly for disseminating bhakti to all. He and his wife, Her Grace Tarini Radha Devi Dasi Mataji, are blessed with 4 children. Other credentials of Prabhuji is member of ISKCON India Advisory Committee, IIAC 2017, Vice Chairman, ISKCON Continental Committee, ICC since 2018, member of Sabha, Spiritual Advisors, Bhagavata Assembly from 2020, and Prabhuji has completed in 2018 GBC College Zonal Supervisor course, and also is a dynamic leader, and he has, we have heard his appreciation from many leaders. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your association. Hare Krishna. So we chant one time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to welcome Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I am very fortunate to be amongst all of you. So we should thank the online system to bring devotees from different parts. If these online facilities are not there, I would have been giving to a small number of devotees in the temple. Now, due to the online facilities and indirectly thanking COVID, whatever way, it has brought devotees together. And once again, I thank the devotees of Balram Desh for inviting me to share my realizations today, next 1 hour. Sorry, I'm not wearing a mask today because I'm alone here. There's a protocol. I hope all of you are staying alone. Yeah. Today, we just celebrated a few days back Nrsimha Chaturdasi, and that memory of Narasimha is very strong in our mind. The shadow is still going on. I just thought of taking a verse in the 7th canto, chapter 9, this verse number 19. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Narom Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayate. Nashtapraya Shabadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishti. Shall I just read the shloka? Mat prana rakshanam ananta pitur vadascha manne sugatas prithya rishi vakyam ritam vidhatu kadgham pragriya yat agochat asat vidhistus am ishvaro mat aparo avato kam harami. What meaning? Matprana Rakshanam, saving my life. Ananta, O unlimited one, reservoir of unlimited transcendental qualities. Pituhu, O my father, Vadahacha, and killing, Manye, I consider Swabdithya of your unalloyed servants, Rishi Vakyam, and the verse of the great saint Narada, Ritham, true, Vidatum, to prove, Kadgam, sword, Pragriya, taking in hand, yet, since, Avocha, my father said, Asat Vidsuhu, desiring to act very impiously, harm, you, Ishvaraha, any supreme controller, Mat Aparaha, other than me, Avatu, let him say, come, your head, Harami, I shall now separate. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Oh, my Lord, you unlimited reservoir of transcendental qualities, you have killed my father, Hiranyakashipu, and saved me from his war. He had said very angrily, if there is any supreme controller other than me, let him save you. I shall now sever your head from your body. Therefore, I think that both in saving me and killing him, you have acted just to prove to the verse of your devotee, there is no other cause. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text number 29, Lord says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu navedveshu asana priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapi aham. The Supreme Personality of God is undoubtedly equal to everyone. Oh, I'm very sorry that it's text number 19. I was wondering. I'm extremely sorry. Balasi Neham Sharanam. That is the sloka. Anyhow, all slokas are transcendental. The prayers of the Lord. Yeah. This is I'll go faster. Canto 7, chapter 9, text 19. Balasya Neham Sharanam Pitaro Nrishingha Nartasya Chagadam Udvanti Madatonaha Aptasya Tat Vidhir Ya Ihan Janeshtastas Tavad Vibhutano Tham Tvad Upekshitam. Balasya, oh little child, no, not. Here in this world, Sharanam, shelter, the father and mother, Shima, oh my Lord Nishimadev, na, neither. Atasya, away from some disease, cha, also. Agadam, medicine. Udanvati, in the water of the ocean. Majjataha, of a person who is drowning. Now, the poet, Taptasya, of a person suffering from a condition of material misery. Tat Pratividihi, the counteraction invented for stopping the suffering of material existence. Here, that which here in this material world, Anjasa, very easily, Ishtaha, accepted as a remedy. Tavat, similarly, Vibho, O my Lord, O Supreme, Tanubhrtam, of the living entities who have accepted material bodies, but Upekshitanam, who are neglected by you and not accepted by you. Translation and interpretation of Prabhupada. O my Lord Nrsimhadev, O Supreme, because of the early conception of life, embodied souls neglected and not cared by you cannot do anything but for their betterment. Artificial or certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient. And a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. Though parental care through remedies for different kinds of disease, and through means of protection on water, in the air, on land, there is always an endeavor for relief from various kinds of sufferings to this material world. But none of them are guaranteed measures for protection. They may be beneficial temporarily, but they offer no permanent benefit. Despite the presence of a father and mother, a child cannot be protected from accidental death, disease, or various miseries. No one can help, including the parents. Ultimately, the shelter is the Lord, and one who takes shelter of the Lord is protected. And this is guaranteed. As the law says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 31, Kaunteya pratijhanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Therefore, unless one is protected by the mercy of the Lord, no remedial measures can act effectively. One should consequently depend fully on the mercy, costless mercy of the Lord. Although as a matter of routine duty, one must of course accept other remedial measures. No one can protect one who is neglected by the supreme concern of Godhead. In this material world, everyone is trying to counteract an onslaught of the material nature. Everyone is ultimately fully controlled by the material nature. Therefore, even though so-called philosophers and scientists try to summon the onslaught of material nature, they have not been able to do so. So Gita Krishna says, 13th chapter, verse 9, that the real sufferings of the material world are four: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, birth, death, old age, and disease. In the history of the world, no one has been successful in conquering these miseries imposed by material nature. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. Nature, Prakriti, is so strong that no one can overcome her stringent laws. The so-called scientists, philosophers, religionists, and politicians should therefore conclude that they cannot offer facilities to the people in general. They should make vigorous propaganda to awaken the populace and raise them to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Our humble attempt to propagate the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world is the only remedy that can bring about a peaceful and happy life. We can never be happy without the mercy of the Supreme Lord, Tvat Upekshitanam. But if we keep displeasing our Supreme Father, we shall never be happy within this material world in either the upper or the lower planetary system. Om Tat Sat Om Jnana Mirandasya Jnananjana Shilakya Chakshus Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sundhaveva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Swasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, what happened? I'm not able to see it. 1 minute. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So this shloka talks about the protection. You all know that Prahlad was suffering from the very own hands of his dear father, was not able to understand the devotion of his son, and he kept harassing him because the only thing that his son was praying is enemy. He didn't like it. So we all know the story. When Lord Nrsimhadev came to protect Prahlad, and he killed Hiranyakashipu. He was so angry of the killing, and he was vibrating, and from his nostrils, fire was emanating, and no one, including his dear wife Lakshmi, or the demigods, even Brahma, Shiva, could go near him. And to pacify Lord Nrsimhadev, they all requested the small 5-year-old boy, Prahlad, you please go. Lord came to help you. So you are the one who can go and please and pacify the Supreme Lord. Prahlad was very happy. He was very happy that he has been given the service. This is very important in a devotee's life. When we do a particular service, we have to be authorized. We can't ourselves, with our own mind, start doing the service. It may be good, but it may not please the Supreme Lord. Here we see an example. Prahlad could have gone directly and prayed to the Lord. But he was waiting for the instruction when Lord Brahma and other demigods kindly requested him, please, Prahlad, you should go and pacify. And Prahlad goes and prays. This entire chapter describes the prayers of Prahlad. We all know that Lord is very, very happy with the prayers of these devotees. And especially the prayers which is not asking for any material benediction. When we see from these verses, Prahlad is just glorifying the supremacy of the Lord, his nature, his wonderful pastimes. Never in his prayers is asking anything for his own benediction. And towards the end of the prayer, Lord is so happy, he's asking Prahlad, oh Prahlad, please ask something what you like. And Prahlad was not happy with that. He said, I don't want anything. I just want to only please you. This is the wonderful nature of the dear devotee. So as we come back to this protection, this material world is described as padam padam yat vipadam. That means there's a danger at every step. Every step we take, what to actually do, it is only full of dangers. So we should never think that I can always be happy in this material world. And Prabhupada, in many of his lectures, many of his letters to his dear disciples, he has quoted this particular verse, which is very important from the Bhagavatam, is very important. Because many devotees have this in mind. Not only devotees, everyone. Why am I suffering? Why are the problems? I've been practicing devotional service. Why? So here, as I mentioned, this padam padam ipadam, many think that this world, that they are happy is an artificial way of thinking. In fact, one who thinks he is happy in this world cannot be happy. There's always unhappiness of every happiness. Every step, at every moment, there is danger. We are now in the 21st century, modern civilization, and everyone thinks that if I have a nice house, nice vehicle, everything, nice family, my life is perfect. And they go on living like this, but unfortunately, there exist some problems now and then. And without knowledge, they think that they can mitigate the suffering by using some artificial facility to make them happy again. But Prabhupada mentions that real knowledge is that this material world is full of danger. This have to be etched in the mind of the people. We may struggle for existence as far as our intelligence allows. And we may try to take care of ourselves. Is ultimately the superior nature, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless the Supreme Personality of God is Sri Krishna, he sanctions, we cannot be saved. Ultimately, it lies in his hand. We may attempt in many ways, our attempts may be futile, useless. So Prahlad Maharaj mentions, Balasi Deha, Neha Sharanam Pitaro. So here mentions one can have the best facilities and all the money. As I saw in WhatsApp video, with one person, he was suffering from a dreadful disease, and he was given by the doctor diagnosed that he cannot live for few more days, and he was so disgusted. He just got all his money from his bank, withdrew the money, went to the hospital, threw the money all over. He said, "This money cannot save me. I offered the doctors all the money. They said they lifted the hand. They cannot save you." We also see that whenever our grandmother, grandpa, we admit them in the hospital, a lot of treatments are taken, a lot of tests are done, and a big bill comes, and later the doctor says, please take your relative back to your home, pray for the Lord. Even the doctors say, they lift their hand. So here Prahlad says, I was tortured by my own father. Father is supposed to protect his children, his son. But no one saved me. Only you saved. That's one of the important lessons what we get from this particular Prahlad prayers, that we may have all facilities to save ourselves, but this facility is good actually. The Lord doesn't help us. Through that facility, we cannot save ourselves. And there's another shloka in the Gita that is Namam Dushkitino Muda Prapadanti Dharadamaha. Some who are actually having low level mentality, they refuse to take up Krishna consciousness. They think that they'll be able to protect themselves without Krishna's care. They say God doesn't exist. I can take care of myself. I'm educated. I have all the facilities. I can do this. I can't do that. Now and then, we see certain situations, especially in this Kali Yuga. Dangers, everyone is facing. The laws of nature are so strict that we have to suffer. No one can check it. This is realized by a small boy devotee, Prahlad, 5 years. There are so many evidences. We cannot save ourselves. So here, the examples of father, mother are given. One may have taken birth, Shichinam Shimatam Gehe, a very high-class family, very good family, well educated family, whatever. Father, mother cannot protect their child. Similarly, as I mentioned, the best doctors, best surgeon, best physicians, in spite of all the treatment, they may fail to save the patient. Sometimes we have this quote, operation success and patient failure. This is a famous quote when you say. And the third example is given, one may have a very nice boat. We all know the Titanic, the famous movie. All the rich people went there. They thought we are wonderful, we can have a big picnic. A big storm came. This Titanic, nobody could save. It got drowned. Most of the people got drowned. So the boat or a ship in an ocean cannot protect a drowning man. However expert swimmer may be, we cannot. And we have seen that so many children, they have got parents, their sufferings. And most parents take care of their children. In spite of the parents being present, they're suffering. And children want more and more. Parents have a different longing. They are trying to educate and bring their children in a particular way. Children have a different mentality. Again, this causes the problems, both the children and the parents. Natasya chagadam artasya. So the medicine cannot save a diseased man. All the treatment cannot save. It cannot be cured. Uddavanti navaha. Ship. Now means ship. The boat cannot save. All the facilities cannot save. This is the examples which are practically given in this particular show. What we are seeing in the present time. But doesn't mean that one should not go to doctor. Just because it is mentioned here, oh, I will just depend on the Lord's mercy, let me go. No, Prabhupada mentions that as long as we got this body, we should take care of it. So that this body can be utilized to serve the Lord. So we have to go to the doctor when we get ill. We have to take care of ourselves. But ultimately, even the best doctor, unless Krishna gives the proper intelligence, proper mentality to doctor to save a particular patient, nothing can happen. That's the important lesson, another lesson we have. In Bengali, there is a verse, the 2 lines. Rakhe mare Krishna ke, mare rakhe Krishna ke. If Krishna wants to protect someone, nobody can save. Krishna doesn't want to save, nothing can be done. It's all lies in the Lord. So that's very important. Prabhupada, once he mentions that Dr. Ghosh, he had told Prabhupada, he was a friend of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada also was in the medical business. So he went to see one patient. He replied, this patient is suffering from pneumonia. And is such a poor man lying in a very unfavorable condition. So modern medicine says that he should have died, but I don't see that he's dying. He's not dying. I have tested him. So even doctors, they thought he will die, but he didn't die. But he doesn't know that there is a supreme energy. The Lord's mercy is there. Lord didn't want him to die. So he was cured. Likewise, there was another doctor. This is a what Prabhupada gives example. In Gaya, he was saying that he had many patients around him. And he was told that, doctor, you have got very good patients. Your practice is very nice. Then he replied, sir, it is not my credit. Not that I studied MBBS, I practiced, I went to the best medical college, I'm treating my patients. That doctor was saying that it is because, not that because I'm prescribing somebody some medicine which is curing. Sometimes it is curing, sometimes it is failing. Ultimately, whenever I prescribe some medicine, I pray to the Almighty, oh Lord, please help this patient. And that's what I do in my profession. And it works very nicely. So the credit, you don't give the credit to me. Don't tell I am the best doctor. You should give credit to my worshipful Lord. He is the best doctor. Because of him, I am able to cure my patient. This is the way doctors, devotee doctors thinks. I have no credit. So we should not take credit for anything what we achieve. Everything is under the law of the Supreme Personal Godhead. Just like we see that the government is working through different departments. And Lord is also working through different energies. He's rightly sitting in everyone's heart as Paramatma, and he sees everything happening around him, around a devotee, around a person. He knows exactly what's happening. And through his different agencies, Vayu, Surya, Agni, whatever is there, he keeps getting information. And as he says in the 7th chapter, Gita 26, he says, I know everything that has happened in the past, that is happening in the present, and all things are yet to come. And I know all living entities, no one knows me. That's very important. I think an example, there was a barber. He was a very good barber. And whenever he shaves somebody or cuts the hair, and he treats his clients very nicely. There was one client, he became very good friend of this barber. Very good. So usually before he used to go to the barber to cut his hair or shave, but daily he used to go now to meet him and talk about different subjects. To talk about different subjects and varieties of knowledge of science, maths, and political views, and even spiritual views. One day when he was talking, this person is asking the barber, do you believe in God? The barber says, I don't believe in God. So the conversation starts. I don't believe in God. He says, no, I don't have anything with God. I am working very hard. I learned this technique of how to cut hair and shave from another talented person. I'm using my talent. I'm using and I'm getting money. What is the question of God? I don't think that there is any God. There's no need of God. So this person didn't argue with it. Usually when we meet such person in preaching, we keep arguing. We give, this is very important because when we argue with somebody who is an atheist and he starts offending the Lord more. So we have to deal in a different situation. So this person, he goes out of the shop. There in the corner of the sheet, he sees a beggar, long grown beard with a lot of hairs sitting there. And he's asking the beggar, why are you growing such a big beard? Oh, I don't have any money, don't have any facility to shame a thing. And nobody is doing anything to me. And he just tells about his problems. Then this person goes to his friend barber. He's again asking, do you believe in God? He said, no. Then he says, I don't believe in barber. I don't believe barber exists. The barber gets very angry. How can you say that? I'm sitting here with all these accessories that the barber has. The name of the shop is mentioned. I am a barber. He said, I don't believe. He kept on repeating. And he said, how do you say that? And he said that I just went out of the shop. There was a man with a big beard, with not shaven hair, lot of hair, and he, he is there. And you're a barber. A barber duty is to shave people's hair. And you are not done it. So I don't believe the barber exists. And this barber says, oh, how can I? That person never came to my shop and asked me to shave. If you want to come, I have done it. Then the person says, now you come to a point. Unless this is the reason, we have to go to God. Then we can understand. Like how you say that a person who want to shave his hair and head comes to a shop, we have to approach the Lord. So he just gives an example to make him understand. So likewise, there are many in this world who think that they can save themselves by various facilities what they've got, and nothing is needed for them. And this particular prayer is very, very important that to hit our ego, think that we are nothing, we are a tiny, insignificant creature in this inside cosmic manifestation. We are nothing. What all we have gained is only to the There's a story I want just to tell. Most people in this world are killed by fear. You always be knowing that cobra is a venomous serpent. More than the bite of the cobra, people die of seeing the fear of seeing cobra that we have heard. Just by seeing the cobra, they think that it has bit. And they have that negative energy in the mind. Cobras bit me, cobras bit me. There's hormonal changes in the body and it becomes poisonous and they really die. That we have found in this world. So once, is a story, a saint, a sadhu, he goes to a temple and he makes a personification of cholera because each of the disease has a personification. We have Kali Purusha, we have Kala Purusha, and every disease also has a personification. He makes a personification. And this sadhu or saint, the devotee is asking cholera, how many people will you kill this time? There's a conversation happening between the personification of cholera and the soul. How many people will you kill? The cholera answered, not more than 500. Actually, the number of people killed was 3,000 according to the government record. Then this man told cholera, no, I was reading messages that you are a big liar. The reports are 3,000. You're telling only 500. 3,000 have died. Then the personification cholera quietly answered, I killed only 500. The remaining people were killed by fear. I hope you can understand this, the present way the world is going on. So the moral of the story is, we have a famous saying, even nectar, when consumed in large quantities, turns out to be poison to our body. If such is the case of nectar, what to speak of harmful mundane news? We all know that there are two kathas in this world, Gramya Katha and Krishna Katha. More Krishna Katha we imbibe and read, our mind becomes very positive. It gets filled with Lord's pastimes and Lord's devotees and prayers. But if we get involved in Gramya Katha, which is none done by the talks about this material world, talks about our body, talks about other people to make money, cheating propensity, all this will create a negative energy. This is the thing we have to understand from this small story I had mentioned. And nowadays, information is readily available in our fingertips. Readily. In those days, I remember 30, 40 years back, I had to rely on a next day newspaper to know what happened yesterday. Now, as soon as something happens, immediately you get the news, flash news, breaking news. It breaks our, they put breaking news in the TV, it breaks our heart. What is yours? Huh? Really. So the advanced technologies in the form of the social medias, internet, television, and newspapers, they get all the information, which is creating more dangerous, create more fear, and that itself makes a person live in anxiety. That's important to understand. They have a single motive to increasing the business and profit, and they make a small thing big, small information a very big thing. They keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. Ultimately, the person who is in touch with that particular news, he breaks his head on rare occasions. You have seen them. But what we have to do now, this is already going on. We had swine flu in 1917, then the epidemics, we have tsunamis, we're there. We have now this particular corona, the future years, we don't know what's going to happen. This is Kali Yuga. Imagine 5,000 years, Kali Yuga passed. We're seeing the symptoms of Kali Yuga that's going to increase and increase. Tomorrow's news will be more bad than today's news. And day after tomorrow news will be bad than we can predict. Your devotees know exactly what's going to happen in the future. So devotees take shelter. Whatever problems are, they take shelter of the Lord's instruction. He has no other way. Next, like Prahlad, he had danger everywhere. Nrsimhadev ultimately came and helped him. Before that, he was harassed by Hiranyakashipu. He sent his demons to kill his very own son. He was thrown from the top of a cliff. Imagine if we are standing in the 80th floor, 100th floor of a high-rise building, and somebody tries to push us, what will happen to us? We start praying, oh Lord, I'm telling devotee, please save me from this. I should fall on a sponge. I should fall on some water, or somebody they should be there to hold me. When Prahlad was pushed by the demons, he never asked the Lord, oh Narayana, please save me. Please save me so that I can live and take revenge on my father. He never did it. He just thought, oh Lord, you are supreme. You know what? You know you are the best. You are my controller. Rather, what he did is very important. He was so much devoted to the Lord. He started holding his hand on his chest tightly on the left side part where the heart is situated tightly. As he was falling in the cliff, more he was falling, tighter he was clasping his chest and praying, oh Lord, if I fall, I don't care. You're so soft. Kamala, you're like completely lotus-like. I don't want you to get hurt. I want to save you. This is a devotee. Devotee has a motherly affection to the Lord, higher type of devotee, Vatsali Bhava. That's one of the reasons Lord became his servant. Lord came personally to serve him and killed his own father and saved him. Prahlad was such a wonderful devotee. He never thought problem comes to me, I don't care. Problem must not come to the Lord. That was his high thinking. Very, very difficult. We can't be in such a situation. We can't even imitate them. That will come naturally at a time. As we progress in devotional service, now we are in Vaidhi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti. As we keep on progressing, chanting effectively, chanting without any asking, Anya Bilasha, Shunyata, and keep on nurturing devotional service, crossing the different stages of devotional service, from Raganuga to Bhava to Prema. As we keep on progressing, a day will come that we'll have complete understanding that Lord is a complete shelter. At this stage, at least I know I am in this state. We have to take shelter of different facilities what we have, but that has to be coated with Lord's love, Lord's devotion. I remember when I got positive in April, along with 8 of the devotees in the temple. We were all isolated. And I was thinking, oh, Krishna has given me a rest. But I can chant more, I can read more Bhagavatam, write more notes. I took it as a positive. Whereas when non-devotees get this problem, they have a different version how to be happy. So I took this opportunity. I took the medicine also. I took all the medicine what the doctors gave. Plus, I took the medicine of Bhagavatam also. And medicine of hearing lectures from different devotees on YouTube and the Zoom lectures that helped me. And after that 15 days, the quarantine finishes, I became normal. Is there. And I was thinking of this particular shloka, the medicine, whatever the doctors gave, all were by Krishna's mercy. By Krishna's mercy, I was saved. This is the understanding. Be devotees, practicing devotees, we have to get. Sometimes it doesn't come. We have seen so many of our devotees succumbing to this particular pandemic. But we all prayed that they have attained the Lord's lotus feet. That's where devotees go. So they can go in anywhere. In a war, a soldier may die from the opposite weapon. A general may die, a captain may die, anything can happen. But they're all fighting for one cause, to save their country. Likewise, devotees are all fighting with the Maya to preach the glories of the Lord. That's what Mahaprabhu came personally to this Mahavadanya avatar, Karuna avatar, Karuna. He told, please spread my mercy to everyone, every nook and corner of this world. Prithivite eta nagaradi, every village, down, water way, in water example. Some people like philosophy, give them. Somebody likes prasadam, you give prasadam. Somebody doesn't like both, give them, be friendly to them. Just be friendly to them. Just tell how are you, make friendship. Some or other, they should get attracted. Then we can slowly give them inch by inch, dose by dose, the medicine of Krishna consciousness. Actually, ultimately, what do? We should never think that I have done it. It's all by the Lord's mercy. If Prabhupada would not have gone to America, there's a nice song written by our Devatak Maharaj also, we wouldn't have been here. So we should always be thankful to Srila Prabhupada for making this happen. And he has given this knowledge in his beautiful Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada purport. We can understand, read them, take it more stronger, become stronger ourselves, and try to give to others. So I want to give one more small story before ending. This is about, we should never think that I have done everything. Like Prahlad was very humble, but he never said, because I prayed, Nrsimhadev came and he saved me. He just said, Lord, you know everything. It's up to you whether to save me or not. There's a farmer who was growing a superior quality and award-winning corn. You know the corn? Makachola, Hindi we call. Say every year he entered his corn in the state fair. There was an exhibition of agriculture exhibition, and every farmer used to exhibit his produce. So he showed his corn that, and it won honor and prizes because he was able to produce the best corn. So one particular year, a newspaper reporter interviewed him, and he was asking him, how you grew this such wonderful corn? Please tell. The reporter then discovered that the farmer, he shared his seed corn, the best seed he had, he shared with his neighbor. Because his farm was growing very nice corn, his neighbor's farm was not growing. So he told, please take this seed, you can also grow good corn. Then the reporter was asking, how can you share your best seed corn with your neighbors when you know that they are also entering the competition? You're also entering the competition. Then you will lose in the competition. The farmer smiled and said, don't you know? The wind is blowing, the vayu. It picks up the pollen from the ripening corn and spurs it in the field, one field to another field. That we know. Whenever wind flows, Now we have the second way. They say that now this COVID-19 is airborne. That's why we're born. The air carries corona from one person to another person. The wind picks up the pollen from one ripening corn to other ripening corn, other corn to the other field. And he said, if my neighbors, they grow inferior substandard, poor quality corn, cross-pollination will steadily degrade the quality of my corn. Because of their inferior quality, my garden also will get collapsed. I didn't want to do that. So I shared my good quality corn to others so that when the wind blows, only the good pollination will be coming to my farm into the other farm. So if I am to go good corn, I must help my neighbors go good corn. So this shows when we want to advance in spiritual life, we have to make others also advance in spiritual life. Imagine we are surrounded by our relatives, friends who are all non-devotees, and we try to chant and read Bhagavatam. There will be so much of disturbances that we are all facing. But if we slowly, steadily try to make our friends, like how Prahlad in his school, he made all the demons, children of demons, great devotees. They were all dancing, lifting the hands, chanting the Lord's name. So here, we want to progress in spiritual life, we have to give what we have learned to others. Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Tatasma Manishish, one who preaches my glories to others, very, very dear to me. So we are living in the world of competition. Everywhere is competition. The struggle of competition, people are not willing to share the knowledge with others. Nowadays, even vaccine. One country is not trying to share the formula of vaccine to other country. They're afraid we will lose business. They don't think that if I share, the other countries also will get cured of COVID. That should be the thing. Vaishnava always think for others' cure. Para, dukkha, dukhi. So it is said that Krishna made this creation in such a manner that all living entities have to learn to coexist and cooperate with each other, not operate. We are trying to operate each other. We have to cooperate with each other for smooth survival. Without understanding this, we try to compete with others, just like this farmer example. The neighbor's bad corn will spoil our corn. So this is very, very important. If one wheel of the truck chooses not to cooperate with other wheels, what happens? We all drive vehicles. One tire gets punctured or less air, the car starts wobbling. The car or truck cannot move smoothly. So one of the limbs of the body decides to go down, you know what will happen? Our body cannot function properly. So this story, what I narrated, has a very deep meaning in our lives. So to improve our spiritual nature, to advance in our spiritually, we have to help others also advance. Though it may be difficult, that's what Prabhupada did. Of course, Prabhupada was a pure devotee. He was always advanced. So he just went and gave the mercy, and everybody started. From there, follow the world. 13 times he traveled. This is the year of 125th year of Srila Prabhupada appearance. Very, very auspicious year. Devotees all over the world, in spite of lockdowns, staying in the house, not going out, they're planning very well how to increase the consciousness of Prabhupada to give the teachings of Prabhupada to every person in this planet. I'm sure that all of you are also planning for it. And we can always use the modern technological tools and see that this knowledge enters everyone's house. More and more people get affected by devotion service. Yeah, we need to get infected, not by corona. We have to get infected by Krishna consciousness. We have to pray to the Lord, please infect me with Krishna consciousness, so that the Lord will tell you, all you take, give medicine. I'm sure that you all know what is medicine, the Krishna conscious person. They can just put in the chat box, what is the medicine for a Krishna conscious devotee to get infected with Krishna's love? I'm sure that we are all taking medicine regularly. I am also taking the doctor, the guru, the Acharya, the surgeon, has given us a 16-dose medicine, 16 pills every day. Even one pill, if you take less, the disease will not get cured. We have to take properly. Along with that medicine, the other things are also there: proper diet, proper association. We know the ABCD. So these things, if you take properly, and not only that, we also take this medicine. We also tell others to take medicine. I don't know. So many nowadays. Oh, Prabhuji, you should take this medicine for corona. You should take that medicine for corona. Our WhatsApp is full of these messages. Now, similar way, we have to do the same. If we have to get rid of this disease of material world, disease of this birth age, old age, and disease, the biggest problem in this world, the only way to come out of this to take up the process of Nam Sankirtan. This, if we endeavor to preach the message to others, not only we improve ourselves, we improve all the life. By this, Krishna is very pleased when we share his glories to others. Yaidam paramam guhyam mad bhaktesha vidasyati bhakti mayi param kritva mami vaishvati ashamshayah. Tatasma manisheshu kashin me priyakritamaha bhavita tasma anya priyato bhuvi. As I mentioned before, this supreme secret, one who tells others, very, very dear to me. Krishna becomes very we should not worry too much on what is there. One devotee put in this thing card. Chant Hari, don't worry, be merry. That was it. Beautiful sloka. I can't forget that. This is what we had. So with this, I'm just ending my talk. I try to share some of the points what was in today's purpose. And any devotees want to add any extra points or any questions, they will. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share some of the points what I have assimilated in my devotional service to devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sumithra Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very much for this wonderful discourse this morning. Now I think we'll take questions from devotees.
Yeah.
There are a few questions which has come on the chat box. We can take that. If you would like, I can recite. Like some of them have come.
Some have gone back. I had to scroll back.
Yeah, I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can read.
So like some devotees have also sent directly to me, and directly also to type. So that most Hare Krishna Prabhu, mostly devotees are not body conscious or health conscious, but very much prasadam conscious. So the body,
conscious fit body is important. Yeah, you didn't finish it.
Though fit body, yeah, bro. Continuing, though fit body is required to perform devotional service, how should devotee work this?
Actually, prasadam is all. We always say we don't eat prasadam. We honor prasadam. So prasadam also had Prabhupada many times used to tell his devotees in America. Okay, initially you take more prasadam. If you take more prasadam, you have to burn that energy by doing service. Especially nowadays in lockdown, our service is not much. We always sit in the chair. We don't walk much. We don't dance in the kirtan. So if you take too much prasadam, then we'll have to go to the doctor and try to cure our stomach problem. So Ayurveda says that even though it is prasadam, 50% you have to eat, keep 25% for water, 25% for air. So there's a proper distribution. So, but prasadam is so addictive, devotees cannot stop. But somehow or other, as we grow, like when I was 21 years, I used to take so many chapatis. We used to have chapati competition with other brahmacharis. Gulab Jamun competition. One devotee took 25 Gulab Jamun. I took about 15. Now I can't take more than 4. As we grow, our body also will not cooperate, even though it is prasadam. So in Tamil Nadu, South India, whenever you go to any temple, when we tell prasadam, this is a small quantity. I hope many of you South Indians there. When you go to any temple, they give a small laddu, a puliyodare, a chakrapungal. But ISKCON, prasadam is rice, dal, sabji, paneer sabji, puri, and so many big goes, 10, 15 varieties. Everything is offered to the Lord. So we have to understand that we have to lead a balanced life. Even though it is prasadam, we have to see how much I can take so that my body can assimilate body can digest. It is said that many devotees are having stomach-related problems. Have you heard about it? That's what some of the doctors said. Many of the devotees come to hospital for stomach-related. So we should be very, very careful. Have a balanced diet. That's very important. Not too much, not too less, even though it is special. Is it okay?
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So now the next question is mostly
Devotees, non-devotees.
we see devotees and non-devotees are affected by Adi Bhautika. So far, non-devotee point of view, they are unable to see the Lord's protection to devotees. Devotees sometimes get bewildered when their prayers are not heard and they suffer. Question number one is, how can we preach to a common man that a devotee is protected even in difficult situations? And how should a devotee respond when his prayers are not granted? As per
Yeah,
the
this is very important.
especially
This is
when
a
they're
question not only Mukund is asking. This is what even people ask it to us. Many devotees keep asking the same thing to us. See, even the devotee and non-devotee both are staying in this battlefield. But at least a devotee knows, at least in theory, practically and realize it will take some time. At least in theory, he knows these are the things. And then he can remember. So whenever we face problem, think of some devotee in the Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, how they were able to withstand that problem. I'm telling for the devotees. I'll come for the non-devotees later. Suppose somebody is suffering too much, think of Prahlad. Oh, I'm not suffering as much as Prahlad. Then you'll have at least some satisfaction. And something happens very, very bad. Think of Draupadi. She was trying to be disrobed in the assembly of men. I'm not getting that. I'm a little lucky. So always compare yourself with those devotees who undergone more sufferings than us. And we should never think that Lord is not helping us. Sometimes it may be late. I always give this example. When an old lady who has not seen any modern doctor, when he sees a doctor giving injection to her own granddaughter, she gets angry. What doctor? Why are you giving a pain to my granddaughter, which is 7 years? Already she's suffering from a bigger pain, body pain. Doctor smiles and says, the small pain will remove the bigger pain. We all know that when I took both the jabs of vaccination, it was a little painful beginning. They gave me cotton and asked me to rub. After some time, the pain vanished. So the small pain will remove the bigger pain. Similarly, the problems what we are facing in Adi Bhautika or different suffering, these are all different small pains the Lord is giving us, because He's not giving. He's not so cruel that He has to give. Sometimes it's due to own karma. Like I said, if I eat too much, I'll go to hospital. Sometimes our own, and we're not properly using intelligence. Maybe different factors would be there. But we should remain to see that the pains what we are getting, but practicing devotional ways, the Lord is giving energy and facility and withstanding power, how to withstand that pain. That power is giving us. We don't complain like others. Devotees, when they get problem, okay, Lord's mercy. But as the question one say, how can we preach to a common man? The devotee is protected even in difficult service. Common man or a non-common man, a devotee, he is also suffering. And everyone at the time of suffering, I know, they all pray. They don't tell us. In an aeroplane, the pilot says, fasten a seatbelt. The engine is on fire. Immediately we see many of the people start praying or trying to whatever they want to pray. They try to call their previous whatever energy. Oh Lord, energy. That is the moment they're helpless. When somebody is helpless, they try to take shelter of. There are some category, even a helpless situation, they don't. They are adogati. And that's the reason sometimes devotees go and give prasadam. We see in India, we go and make prasadam and give to different people. In that there may be some helpless situation people also. They don't believe God, but they like food. So they get protection. When they take the prasadam, that is offered prasadam, you cook with devotion by the devotee, and it goes inside, it will start working. How it works is achintya. Wonderful. So the common man protection will be given by the devotee who is very, very merciful. The Prabhupada is very merciful. That's the reason he went and preached in the West. How should a devotee respond when his prayers are not granted? But the problem is, we always think that our prayers should be immediately taken care by the Lord. And depends upon what prayer. When Dhruva Maharaj prayed, what did Dhruva Maharaj pray? Did he pray for moksha? Did he pray for getting the mercy of the lotus feet of Lord? Initially, he prayed, I want something bigger than my father, bigger kingdom. And that material desire he had. But later, when he was touched by the Lord's action, he completely became transcendental. He got purified. And even told, I came to ask you some glass pieces, you gave me diamonds. But Lord gave him the mercy what he was praying before. He had to live for 36,000 years in Dhruva Nakshatra. For devotees, very, very important that the prayer should not be coated with material benediction. The Lord will first give the material benediction. Unless you are completely tired of material life, we cannot take up pure devotion. That's given in many places in the scriptures. So we have to slowly, gradually try to get detached. That's what Nectar of Devotion also says, that more we get attached to Krishna, more we get detached to material life. So here, devotee has to pray. Ultimately, bhakti means to give, not to take. Initially, we ask, please give me good health. Okay, I had a good health so that I can serve you more better. Not to give me good health, I should make more money. That should not be there. Devotee's prayer should be on the lines of all the prayers what we have seen in the Bhagavatam, Kunti prayer, Ambarish prayers, and Prahlad prayers. So initially it will be difficult. Slowly, as we keep reading, associating with devotees, it will be different from different cases. Different devotees will have different grade. We can't see that everyone is equal. Some people have lesser material desire, some devotees have more different desire. But as we keep on practicing devotional way, like a dirty water, we keep on pouring good water, the dirty water will go on. It will take time. You know, Nectar of Devotion says, one of the cases characteristic, when we take up Bhakti Yoga, two things happen. Kleshagni, all the unwanted thing goes away simultaneously. Good thing happens. Shubhada. Kleshagni, Shubhada. So we'll have to, not a immediate work. We tell people, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So people think, oh, if I chant Hare Krishna, I can be really happy. But when I started chanting, I didn't become really happy immediately. It will become happy one day. So what we tell them, chant happily, you can be happy. This is one clue we can give. If we chant sadly, we'll become sad. If I chant happily, yeah, it will come. Whatever comes will be for my benefit. So that should be the mood of a devotee. Especially when they're suffering. We at Radhanath Maharaj was giving a lecture once. A devotee is tested at the time of suffering. Very, very heavy quote. When we suffer, we have to see where is our feedback. When we have illness, we have to see how many rounds we chanted. We count the medicine's name more than chanting the Lord's name. So that is very important. When we have the problems, that is where we have to test. That's what really test comes. All the reading of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Amnon's body had to be practiced when you suffer. That's the test for examination. If we pass this, we'll be getting a seat. No, what do you call advance booking? What we call confirm ticket. What is the other one? So one is not available. Ticket not available. Railway station, railway ticket.
RAC.
Confirm. RAC. Reserve. So for a devotee, no RAC or no waiting list, anything. It's confirmed ticket. For those who even in time of suffering, it never gives up the shelter of the Supreme Lord's mercy. That's what I'm practicing, and many devotees. I personally seen Bhanu Maharaj, who's staying in a temple every day, every morning. He never misses. He's 72 years. I never seen him missing one Mangalarati. And suppose I am sick for one day, I'll think, okay, I've slept only 6 hours, let me go for Lakshman. But I have never seen Maharaj. This is the nature of a devotee who's advancing. They keep on having that particular timetable, the time management. So they see this very, very important. I hope I was trying to put some light on these questions.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there are some other questions. One question is that, we see prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, then prayers of Kunti Maharani, Vitrasura, like that. So what is the key point or the common point you see across these prayers which can actually inspire us to do our devotional service better?
See, usually, as I said, when we have problems, we pray. Even if we don't have problems, also we have to pray. That's very important. We are reminded of the 8th verse of Sister Ashtaka, Aslisya Padaratam Pinastamam Agasanam Marmat. Either you embrace me or kick me out, I will never give up serving you. So that should be the mode. And if you see Kunti's prayer, it's quite very, very difficult to understand. In fact, she's asking more problems. Give me more problems. I don't think so. We ask. Sometime in non-COVID period, the temple was filled with people. Most people, when I ask them, what did you pray? They said they have a big list. I want this, I want that, I want this. I tell them, see, for getting facilities, no need for you to come to temple. Krishna is sitting in the heart. He knows what you need. He will give you. Doesn't mean that you have to come to temple and ask for the Lord. Of course, very good to come to temple in beginning stage. Whom we are going to ask? Only our father we are going to ask. A child will only ask the father, give me pocket money. The same child, right from 5 years to 25 years, keep on asking pocket money, pocket money. Father will tell, now you're grown up, work. Now you in spiritual life, we should not keep on asking, give me, give me. We should always feel that, what can I give you so that it will make you happy? So this prayers, what I've seen in all this common thing is, these devotees are praying to make God happy. If you see the entire slokas, Prahlad's prayer, is only to please Narasimha. Lord is so much pleased, he's putting his hand on Prahlad's forehead and asking, he is asking, do you want anything benediction? That's reverse. Instead of the devotees asking, Lord is asking, what can I give you? That's the real way we have to see. The key point, the common point we see is that these devotees are praying like, we have one more like prayer like Gajendra. He didn't pray for 1,000 years. He thought my energy, I'm an elephant, strong. I can defeat this crocodile, this small creature. It was heavily bending on its strength. But ultimately, when it lost everything, okay, I'm nothing, I'm going to drown now, I'm going to die. That moment he started telling Adi Mola, oh Lord, please immediate. The Lord doesn't care. Even if we cry with facility, don't cry with any facility, Lord will come and help you. These devotees. Sometimes he drags, sometimes he plays with it. So for devotees he plays, because devotees can withstand suffering. With the enemies, there's a different way to understand. So it's very, very difficult to understand the Lord's mercy, because each devotee has a different type of understanding, different type of emotion with the Lord. So we can't just put like a communist, everyone has to have the same suffering, same benediction. Of course, Mahamantra is also a great prayer. Can anybody mention what is the prayer? What is the meaning of Mahamantra? We also ask something during Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When you tell finger, something we tell, give me, give me. What we ask? They have been hearing so many lectures. We ask something. The real meaning of Mahamantra. Oh Lord, Radhe Rani, oh, eternal energy, Lord, please see that I'm always engaged in Lord's service. He's asking, he's also asking, I should never be bereft of service. I want service, service, service. Every Hare, every Krishna, every Rama, I say, please give me service, give me service. Whereas when he asked somebody, like Prabhupada told in a story in America, when he was in a family of a North Indian who was a money lender, he told, why don't you chant? He was a Hindi person. I know most of you know Hindi. That person was given a beat, Prabhupada gave a beat, chant Hare Krishna. And he chanted Hare Kitna. Hare Krishna, Hare Kitna, Hare Kitna, 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 Hare Hare. He was asking, if I chant Krishna, how much Kitna milega? Kitna paisa milega when I chant? When I keep chanting, how much money I can get? So Prabhupada was laughing and telling, some people want to ask Krishna, Kitna, how much I will get for myself? When the devotees chant, how much I can give for Krishna more and more. This is the main thing. All the devotees in the scriptures, great devotees, they have been praying. They see suffering also is a mercy of the Lord. Let's understand.
Krishna Prabhu, I think most of the questions are
So
over.
I also pray to our Lord Radha Krishna and Jagannath Baldeshwar Dramai and Gaunidai. I hope many of you are taken darshan would have come before the pandemic here. Those are to them that soon the pandemic vanishes and world comes back to the normal situation. Ships start flying and visiting different centers. I'm welcoming all of you to please come take darshan of the deities so that all of us can happily advance together.
Krishna Prabhu. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. One Mataji is also asking here, is that from your experience, has Corona, the situation, pandemic situation, has it increased people's interest in Krishna consciousness?
The way I'm seeing from 2020, if I give this Bhagavatam class in my temple, there'll be 6 to 7, 8, 10. Somebody will be in kitchen, somebody will be in the deity worship, some services. But if you see nowadays Zoom classes, and that is also multiplied in the Facebook and in the YouTube, it is 70, 80, 100. This shows during Corona, people's eagerness to listen to Krishna Kathas increased. They have group japa, group reading of shlokas, and many Matajis come together, they read Bhagavatam shlokas together. So I feel that, but doesn't mean that we should actually keep asking, Corona should come again and again, because the Lord was seeing that there was some break from devotees' point of view. So little Corona was given and increased, and even again. And again, if it comes down, something may come. It's always like this. So we have to say that if we don't want to have this Corona type of epidemic in future, devotees should always have the same mood what we have now in non-Corona period also. That should be the attitude of devotee. Don't think that, oh, now Corona is gone, no need to have it seriously. No. Same fear what we have now. Always be in fear of not our body, fear of Maya, fear of losing Krishna consciousness. So we keep that in mind and keep going. So this Karuna, in a way, it is a Karuna of, I say Karuna is a Karuna of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu's Karuna. But I don't want this to happen because it's a very, very difficult situation. Devotees, I don't know what's going to happen. We don't take proper care. And we have to keep our guidelines properly, protocols, even when you in the temple or congregation, when you sit together, have mask and have follow the social distancing. These are all in a Vedic time. Vedic time, when people come to the house, they wash their hands, wash their legs, wash their mouth, they come inside. The bathrooms were all outside. Now everything attached bathroom. Everything has gone topsy-turvy. And we can expect problems. We are the cause of the problems. We should not blame others. They are cutting all the trees and building houses and plant. Where will the oxygen be there? There's no oxygen. So we have to see that we have to again grow more trees and bring Vrindavan atmosphere. More birds will be there, more animals. We are not only living entity in this earth planet, others also living. We should also help them also. They're also Krishna's children. How we can take care of their lives. So this is a mentality Corona has taught people to share their happiness with other living beings.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much for that. Now,
Hare Krishna.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, yes.
Hare Krishna, Sumithra, Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, this is Nandagopal Krishna Das Prabhu. Thank you very much for the wonderful lecture, Prabhuji's. Really amazing, insights. And thank you all. Thank you for coming and giving a lecture for both, Balram Desh as well as Avadari Desh for devotees' benefit. Also, our Yatra leaders, His Grace Siddhagaranga Prabhu, His Grace Bhagavatam Nrsinga Prabhu. I'm sure definitely when COVID time, finished, maybe we'll be in a position to call you to Avadari Desh, to Abu Dhabi. And I request our Yatra leaders to kindly think about it, to bring you here to give us our association in person in Abu Dhabi. And thank you, Prabhuji, for all your initiatives in Chennai ISKCON temple, such a beautiful temple that you are managing. Amazing, all the initiatives, also all your beautiful devotees, Sukirti Devidas Mataji, Amarendra Prabhu, so much initiatives, online initiatives, amazing, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for enlightening devotees across the world. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. We look forward to meeting you soon, Prabhuji, in temple in Chennai.
I am proud to say that not only Jayapatak Maharaj has named Balram Desh and Damodar Desh, he is also named Chennai also. Chaitanya Nitai Desh. Chennai, Chaitanya Nitai Desh. So we're getting the mercy of both Dora and Nitai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thank you very much. Prabhu, now I would request His Grace Rasamit Prabhu from Avtari Desh to offer the vote of thanks.
Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you very much, His Grace Sumithra Krishna Prabhu. You may remember 16 years back in year 2005, I came to Chennai for 2 weeks and I had good fortune of taking your personal association at that time. While I was spending the time with my dear friends Amarendra Gaur Prabhu and Sukirti Madhvi Mataji. So it was a good fortune to have your association at that time, Prabhuji. Prabhu, very, very quickly, I would just like to tell there were some very important points which you mentioned in your class, starting from how that ultimately the shelter is the Lord and one who takes the shelter of the Lord is protected. You very nicely said that. And how Lord Narasimhadev was so much angry and only Prahlad could make him, satisfied. But Prahlad did not go by himself. You said very nice point. You said whenever we do service, it should be authorized. And when Brahma told Prahlad, Prahlad went. So similarly, we should also do some service under the supervision of the authorities. And also you said world is full of danger. Padam padam yad vibdam natesham. And we should inquire why we are suffering. And a 5-year-old boy Prahlad was actually able to do that. And we may have best of doctors, best of surgeons, and they may fail to save a patient. And as you said, that operation is successful, but patient is dead. In case of, I think, Narasimhadev, operation was successful and patient got liberated.
I think that was the first surgery done in the open heart surgery.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. He literally gave his heart to Narasimhadev. And also you actually very nicely you told that, even devotees will not be, spared out. They might actually also get suffering in this world, like giving the example of COVID. And you said, but what we do, that is very important. And we should immediately take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, because people die out of fear and not out of, like you gave example of snake bite. And nectar, when also taken in very large quantity, turns out to be poison. So we should not do Gramya Katha, but we should actually get involved in Krishna Katha. And because so much information is readily available, it creates fear and anxiety. And the important question you raised is, what should we do? Devotees should take shelter of the Lord's instruction, like Prahlad Maharaj did. And the day will come, we will realize the God. And also you very nicely, Prabhu, humbly quoted your example that how in COVID positive, you took it as literally positive and you chanted more round, read Srimad Bhagavatam, attended so many Zoom classes and all those things. So we should also do something like that. And one very important story which you gave, Prabhuji, was that farmer winning the, best producing crop, because he was sharing with his neighbor. So if we want to progress in Krishna consciousness, then we should also share this knowledge with others. Otherwise, neighbor's bad corn will spoil our corn also. And Vaishnava is always par dukhe dukhi, and we should learn to cooperate with each other. And how Srila Prabhupada, you quoted that 125 years now, and Prabhupada has given so much to us. We should make that this knowledge enters into everyone's house, and we need to get infected by Krishna consciousness. And medicine of the holy name is the only true medicine what we can have. And also, Prabhuji, very nicely you handled question answer session. And last but not the least, you very nicely said that the same mood what we have now in the period of Corona, we should have always, even after the Corona is over. And then we will be always protected by the shelter of the Lord. And this Corona is Karuna of Mahaprabhu, and we should take it very, very nicely. And while we suffer, we should compare with those devotees who have suffered more than us and think of Prahlad Maharaj and Draupadi, and then we can be also pacified. So thank you very, very much, Prabhuji, for such wonderful.
I think you are a Shrutidhara. Shrutidhara means one who listens very attentively and produces. Like Sudha Goswami, when Nami Sharanya repeated whatever he heard, by Sukadeva Goswami. You are exactly summarized. I'm very thankful to you. You have very sharp memory.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Obviously, I also made a couple of notes also, but
Yeah.
but thank you, Prabhuji, for your wonderful class association, and also giving your wonderful wisdom which you have shared based on your experience of all these years. And we also seek your blessing, Prabhuji. You are so senior to us. I particularly seek your blessing that please bless me that I can also develop this mood which you actually concluded, saying that we should have this mood that we always feel the protection of the Lord and take the shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam and the holy name as a medicine, then we will be happy. Thank you once again on behalf of our leaders, His Grace Varat Gopal Prabhu, Bahurup Narasimha Prabhu, Siddha Gauranga Prabhu, and others. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for coming and blessing us. Hare Krishna.
And I am seeing all of you wonderful faces, smiling faces. When you say senior, I define senior mean I am seeing you near. See near. Go to your devotee and see him near and get all the information. That is what I take as senior. See SEENEAR. Thank you.
Thank you.
So very nice to be with all of you, and I feel very great job. And I'll take leave now, so you all can continue